For all of you white belts, we're going to be moving on to some hand techniques. We have 3 blocks: the high block, the low block, the inner forearm block, and then we're also going to be trying the knife hand strike. The knife hand strike is not a block, it's a strike, which is why it has strike in the name. We're going to start with our blocks first. For all of these, go ahead and nail a nice strong front stance. Your blocking hand is going to start by your belt. It pulls across to the opposite shoulder, and then it's going to swing straight up above your head. Notice that when I'm all the way up, I'm not flat. There's a slight angle, because if you think about it, it's kind of like the roof of a house. If you have your house nice and flat, when things fall from the sky and land on it, it's not very good. If it's slanted though, once it hits it, it kind of slides off to the side. Same concept for our high block. So you're in your nice strong front stance, hands are by the belt, swings across, and then all the way up, across, and all the way up. The next one we're going to be doing is the low block. Once more in our front stance. This time we're going to start from the shoulder. So whatever hand is blocking, put it by your shoulder. The other hand goes on the bottom. Nice tight chamber, big hug. And then we're going to take that top hand and swing it straight down, making sure it stops right above your thigh. Your thigh is just a fancy word for the upper part of your leg. So it's a big hug and a big swing and a hug and a swing. Make sure you don't swing all the way through, because if you're trying to block your leg and your hand's way over to the side, it's not doing a very good job. So once more, big hug and swing. For our next block, we're actually going to be doing a back stance. So our feet are together, you make a letter L, you take a step, your knees are both bent, nice solid back stance. For this one, we're going to be doing the inner forearm block, also known as the muscle block. Once more, the blocking hand is going to reach across. However, it's going to be on the bottom of our hug. So the other hand is on top, making sure the blocking hand is on the bottom. Give yourself a nice tight hug, swing it off to the side, showing off your muscles. I'm sure you've all been doing a lot of push-ups at home, probably got a gun show to show off. Make sure you brag about it just a little bit. It's nice for this. That's why we call it the muscle block. So nice tight hug, swing off to the side, nice tight hug, and swing off to the side. For our last hand technique, we're going to be moving on to the knife hand strike. This one's going to be a little bit weirder than the others, simply because our hand is open. We're also going to be doing it in a sitting stance. So take your feet, spread them apart, bend those knees, make sure your back is straight. This is our sitting stance. The hand that's going to be doing the knife is going to be open. You want to have your thumb tucked to the side. Make sure your fingers are nice and tight together. This is our knife. Other hand still closed. The knife hand goes on top. The other hand goes on the bottom. You give yourself a nice tight chamber, swing it off to the side, and make sure when you're hitting the target, using your imagination, it's this edge that's hitting. So big hug, big swing, and then same thing on the other side. This hand would be on top. Big hug and big swing.